From isolation to global power. The American experience in World War II. The echoes of a world in turmoil reverberated across the Atlantic. As World War II ignited in Europe, for many Americans, the initial response was one of deep-seated isolationism. A desire to remain detached from the devastating conflicts that had plagued the Old World for centuries. Memories of World War I still lingered, and the Great Depression had firmly turned the nation's focus inward. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, while recognizing the growing threat posed by Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan, walked a tightrope, balancing public sentiment with the grim realities of global aggression. Millions of American men were drafted or volunteered, forming the backbone of the U.S. Armed Forces. In Europe, American forces, alongside British and Canadian allies, landed in North Africa in Operation Torch, then moved on to Sicily and mainland Italy. Under the command of General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy, France, opening a crucial second front against Nazi Germany. The subsequent advance through France, the fierce fighting in the Battle of the Bulge, and the eventual push into Germany, culminating in the surrender of Nazi Germany in May 1945, showcased American bravery, strategic planning, and immense logistical capabilities. It emerged from the conflict as a global superpower, its economy booming, its military unrivaled, and its influence reaching every corner of the globe. The war also laid the groundwork for the Cold War, the establishment of the United Nations, and a new international order, forever altering the course of American and world history. The sacrifices made, the challenges overcome, the ultimate triumph against tyranny cemented a defining chapter in the American narrative. The brutal fighting in Italy, marked by difficult terrain and fierce German resistance, provided invaluable combat experience. Women, too, played an indispensable role, stepping into factories to produce munitions, vehicles, and supplies. While also serving in non-combat roles within the military, the American industrial machine, already recovering from the Depression, roared to life, converting civilian factories into war production hubs at an unprecedented rate. Battles like Midway, Guadalcanal, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa were fought with immense ferocity. As American forces slowly but surely pushed back the Japanese advance, inching closer to the Japanese home islands, the invention of the atomic bomb developed under the clandestine Manhattan Project ultimately brought the war to a definitive end. The dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 led to Japan's unconditional surrender, formally concluding World War II. From Liberty ships to Sherman tanks, P-51 Mustangs to B-17 Flying Fortresses, American output became a critical factor in the Allied victory. However, even as the United States formally maintained neutrality, a gradual shift began. The Lend-Lease Act of 1941 marked a pivotal moment, allowing the U.S. to supply vital war materials to Allied nations, effectively becoming the arsenal of democracy. 1941. The surprise attack by Imperial Japan on the naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, shocked the nation to its core. The following day, President Roosevelt delivered his iconic Day of Infamy speech, and Congress, with near unanimous support, declared war on Japan. Days later, Germany and Italy, allies of Japan, declared war on the United States, officially drawing America into the global conflagration. This strategic move provided crucial aid to Great Britain, Soviet Union, and China, demonstrating a growing commitment to the Allied cause without direct military involvement. The turning point, the event that irrevocably thrust the United States into the conflict, came on December 7th. The transition from peace to total war was swift and dramatic. The war was fought on two primary fronts, the European theater and the Pacific theater. The most significant undertaking in the European theater was the D-Day landings, on June 6, 1944. Meanwhile, in the vast Pacific theater, the war against Japan was characterized by island-hopping campaigns, intense naval battles, and brutal jungle warfare. The participation of the United States in World War II profoundly reshaped its role in the world,